Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel, Peace, Love, Faith, and Divine Union. Today, I want to talk about money. I might do a few videos regarding abundance and money, but I found this to be a theme within coaching this week for a lot of my clients, so I felt that I should do a video before we get started. Thank you and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I am a Twin Flame certified Ascension coach. I also love working and talking on subjects around the subconscious mind, rewiring patterns and habits, and really helping you become your best divine self by going within and changing within. Remember that life is not happening to you, it's happening through you, and it's happening for you. And that can be very triggering for many people because the world that we live in really puts us into a victimhood mindset. And my desire and goal is to help you move into your most divine, authentic, abundant mindset. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and jump into this topic because it is a juicy one. And I know that money can be a very sensitive subject for most people. It can feel very uncomfortable to talk about. And ultimately, it's like almost feels like taboo. For most people, it's taboo to talk about money. But it's really important that you get comfortable talking about it so you can start looking at your patterns and your beliefs around money. Now, I also want you to really sit back and think about this topic within your life. And how I started healing my upsets around money was looking at my beliefs that I picked up from childhood, that I picked up from my parents regarding their belief and relationship with money. And I now understand that money is an energy and that all things are energy, and this is how the world is responding to you, is through an energy. And ultimately you're setting the example, and the way that the world is reflecting back to how the world treats you is the example that you set. So if you're not being deliberate, if you're not being conscious, we start to really manifest things into our reality that don't feel good. And if you're not paying attention, then the world is going to basically decide for you who you are, what you receive, and we don't want to do that. So we want to really focus on today's video is just getting very clear on starting with the basics when it comes to money. And I want to talk about belief systems, nervous system regulation, how some practical ways that you can start showing up differently for yourself in your day. And that way you can open yourself up to creating a more natural flow and a consistent flow of money into your life. So this matters because a lot of people believe that you just got to go out and make more money. You got to work harder and you're going to bring more money in. But really, it is a mindset. And the belief matters, the nervous system matters. But it's also how you are actually living is what's going to create that change. So let's just start with the mindset piece. And when it comes to money, obviously we have to look at the beliefs that we hold around money, and we have to look at our beliefs around the ability to create money, to receive it, to keep money, to grow it, to sustain it, how to invest in it. And honestly, a lot of this is tied to how you're valuing yourself. And most people don't realize that those are the correlations, is how you value yourself, what you think about yourself. Because your energy, it's also a reflection of money too, because money is also just an energy. We literally give value to this piece of paper that's made every day, though really it's just paper, but we've given it value. And so if we look at ourselves and how we value ourselves, you can literally see that value coming in all types of way. But right now we're focusing on money. So do you see yourself as worthy of money? Do you see yourself as deserving of a life where money gets to support you and allow to give to you and support your freedom, security, and stability? Do you feel safe having money? Do you feel safe in receiving support through money? Do you feel open to all the ways that it can come into your life? because all of those things really matter. And honestly, those right there can become affirmations if you want them to. I am open to money in all ways, and it can materialize in my life in any way that it needs to. I see myself as somebody who deserves to build more money in my life. I am becoming more aware of ideas and answers and inspiration that create money for me. I feel safe having money. Money feels safe with me. I keep and grow and sustain money that comes into my life. And yeah, money is just easily flows into my life. So this is very central, very, very basic affirmations. And I do have a money subliminal and affirmation, nightly affirmation coming out soon. So I know, be patient. It's coming, I promise. Um, and really, right off the bat, when it comes to money, we need an identity in place that is going to support the ability to receive, maintain, and expand money. If you don't have a belief system, a nervous system, and a feeling of being able to sustain expansion, you're going to see it really reflect in your money not wanting to come in or stay in. So we need to see ourselves as someone who can actually build income and consistently have it flowing into our lives. Someone who can expand beyond where they currently are, and someone who can hold it and hold more. Because when you think of millionaires, they don't think about, can I have more money? They're just like, I always have more money. That's just what their mind is expanded to, versus someone who lives in lack and poverty conscious, and their beliefs is money always leaves me, I don't have enough. And so they don't really have the expansion or the sustainability to be able to hold more in their body, in their consciousness, in their thought process. So I want to share a lot of the things I moved through in order to heal my financial situation, which is the best it's ever been. Thank you, Jesus. And yes, this is something that is for you too. And later in the video, I am going to go more into the actionable parts that you can really put into your life. But really, I want you to just understand the foundation first. And that's because the mindset and the nervous system really matters. It's like the core meat and potatoes of being able to call in and receive more money. Your body is attuned to certain experiences. And this is for me growing up, I was attuned to my parents always arguing about money, money being a issue or a situation within their connection. There was always talk about not having enough. We're going to lose things because we don't have enough money. And so my body was very attuned to the struggle, and that ultimately money was unsafe or that it was scarce. So more money can feel very unfamiliar. It can feel very uncomfortable. This is something I work through a lot, is like when I do attain a large amount of money, I get very uncomfortable. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna spend it all. I'm gonna blah, blah, blah. And then I manifest doing just that, is what I've done in the past. And so when you recognize these beliefs or patterns, it can feel like support off, like it feels unsafe. The money that supports you is going to feel unsafe to you. Growth is going to feel unfamiliar and unsafe to you. And it's going to feel like I just need to stay where I am and not expand because I can be hurt or attacked or taken from, whatever it is the belief you're holding on to. And this is why things like doing the mirror exercise for money can be really useful. And for me, I had to spend a lot of time doing the inner work. I had to do some breath work. I had to feel the feeling in my body and like bring light to it. I had to add in some meditation, some affirmations about feeling safe of receiving money, do some visualization, feeling safe around having money, feeling safe to grow in money. One of the biggest fears I had about having enough money was that I would have certain specific family members come to me and like look to me as their source and wanting me to sustain their lifestyle. And this was something that really kept me small, and I avoided becoming the version of myself that actually felt really safe in receiving money, keeping it, and sustaining more of it. So this is very foundational, is really getting clear on what your mindset, your thought process about money is, and then also feeling into your nervous system of how you feel when you talk about money, think about money, feel money, spend money, receive money. How do you feel? For an example, when I, and every once in a while it still comes up depending on the amount that I'm spending. But when I knew I had bills coming up and I only had a certain amount in my bank account, anytime I would swipe my card, I would get like this like pit feeling in my stomach, just like, oh, like I'm spending this. I'm afraid I'm not gonna have enough when I need it. Like that's how I felt anytime I spent money. And ironically, it was also how I felt when I received money. Like, yes, I have it, but oh my gosh, I'm gonna like lose it, or it's gonna have to go somewhere else right away. So I really had to start feeling into my nervous system about how I felt about giving and receiving money. So if you're wanting to create more money in your life, the first question you're gonna wanna ask yourself is, what are my beliefs, and what do I need to adjust my beliefs around money? And I don't mean let's do this from a delusional space like I have 12,007,652 dollars in my bank account. Like we're not doing that, because that is a space of like high delusional. Like now I do have a little bit of delusion, like I am wealthy in my life, but that I didn't give it like a exact number. I just chose to like start affirming that I am wealthy, and then I had to give myself an understanding of what wealth is. I have a roof over my head. I have food in my refrigerator. I have a bed to sleep in. I have warm water to shower in. That is actually a very wealthy vibration, because there are many people in the world who do not have that. And so if I can give myself a definition of wealth that really does match what I have. Like I have so many things on my wall. I have a comfy chair to sit in. This is wealth. And I'm not actually lying to myself. Really, you have to think about the definitions you're giving, whether it's the word rich or wealthy. I know in the Bible they talk about the poor and the rich, but I see comments all the time in videos when people say like, wow, you are so rich, and they're talking about the love that people are receiving in their family or from their kids or from their spouses. Like they have a warm home, and they have such a loving family, and they have an amazing partnership that makes them rich. It's not the money in their bank account. And so I want you to really start moving from a more grounded and logic place about some of the words you might be using. Vocabulary is super important. And so you can shift your thought process about a word that's going to allow you to feel like, yeah, that is for me. I am rich in life because I have all the things I need to take care of me, or I have more than enough love. And man, that makes me so rich and wealthy in love. And it really helps you shift your view on the word alone. My guru, spiritual teacher, Jeff, one time said during a class that I was in, I had my video on and I was like really just paying attention to what he was talking about. But while the class was going on, my boys would come in like every few minutes, specifically my youngest one, and he just wanted a lot of love. And he would just keep giving me kisses and hugs, and he was just playing with my hair, and we were smiling a little bit, and then he would just like come in and lean on me. And Jeff goes, I'm sitting with just how wealthy and rich Kanisha is. She's so wealthy and rich in love. Like her boys just keep coming in and just giving her love and adoring her and just wanting to be in her space. Like she is so wealthy in love. And that really changed my mindset about what real wealth and riches is. And when I changed my mindset like that, guess what started coming in? More financial abundance, and more abundance in all things. I started receiving a lot more gifts just naturally, compliments, people taking care of things that I didn't need to take care of that really helped give me my time and energy back. So really start to move from a grounded and logical space. And it's because your beliefs really drive your behavior. Your beliefs are how the world mirrors back to you and what the world mirrors back to you. And so if you believe that money is hard or that it's only for the rich and wealthy, if you believe that you're not worthy of it and that you're not those things, if you believe that you're not deserving of support and that you're not safe to receive support without having to give something back in return, if you believe you don't get what you want, if you believe that you get the I was gonna say shit end of the stick when it comes to things, or other people get financial success but you don't, and you're always behaving in that way, you're gonna keep proving it true. The universe is going to keep reflecting back to you your belief. And you will see this in your twin flame journey too. They're gonna keep reflecting back to you your belief. The only thing that needs to change is you, your belief, and healing your nervous system for you to have anything and everything that you want, including more money and including your twin flame. And so it's just how it works. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. It's just how it works. So we really need to look at these beliefs. And yes, you really need to look at your nervous system regulation. And I also want you to know and look at how much money actually comes into your life. Because money can materialize in more than one way. And it can come through your career, it can come through business, it can come through social opportunities, come through connections, families. It can come through unexpected doors opening. It does not have to look the same way. And you can't put a limitation of how it's going to come to you. I one time had a client who told me, I can't receive bonuses or a pay raise in my job because they don't allow it. It's literally not written in, and no one's ever received a bonus or a pay raise. I've been there for years. It's not a thing. And I said, cool, how do you feel about that? And she's like, that I'm stuck and it's just never going to work. So we did the inner work around it. And then 3 weeks later, she comes to class. You're never going to guess what happened. I got a bonus, and not only did I get a bonus, I got a pay raise. It's the first time in history in our company, in the work that I do. Did it surprise me? No. Because I know that anything is absolutely possible when you change your mind about it. And so I think some people need to be open to more, ultimately. They need to be able to imagine the impossible and know that there's nothing impossible for God. Because a lot of people have very narrow relationships with money. They have just what they learned about money, and that's it. And they think that it can only come through struggle, and then they're going to struggle to be able to receive it or keep it. And they think that the only way it's going to come through is grinding themselves and working their asses off and getting 4 jobs. Like, we don't have to do that. So I really want you to let go of this belief that it can only come through one job or one paycheck or one path. And this is something I've had to heal a lot with my twin flame, because his job kind of has a cap. And he's like, I can't make more money in my job. And we did some inner work around it, and then we started to see, like, oh, actually, there is another way for him to have more money come in. So we're now pursuing that process and allowing that to unfold the way that it needs to. So know that those limiting beliefs that you have, they're just not true. Money moves through society every single day. Money's always being exchanged every single moment of the day, okay? And so it's important that you don't limit your mind. And I have compassion because I know that a lot of this is deeply programmed and it's just your beliefs. But your beliefs can change, your program can change, your reality will change. I'm gonna drink some water, give me one second. I have everything pink because I just love pink. If y'all haven't realized, like, I love pink, okay? All right. So money can come into your life through all ways, okay? I one time found money literally blowing down the street. Found $100 bill. I'm just walking and it just like blows right by me. And I was like, oh my God, that's for me. I picked it up and it was mine. And I've also had money come in through family members. I had an aunt one time. I was supposed to be paid $1,000 for a job, and they're like, "Sorry, we're not gonna pay you. We can't pay you. Apologize." I was like, "What in the world?" And I was so upset about it. Did my inner work. Kid you not. An hour later, my aunt calls and she said, "I'm feeling guided." Guided, that was God. "I'm feeling guided to gift you something. I hope you'll be able to receive it." Sure, what is it? "I would love to gift you $1,000. What? Okay. I did a video on it. It's on my videos, like probably like 30 videos back, but I have it. I'm in tears. Okay. Um, I'm wearing a sweater that says faith on it if you want to look for it. So know that you will be financially taken care of by God, by the universe, if you believe you are worthy of being taken care of. If you believe you're valuable enough to be taken care of. And always make sure that you have something set aside for yourself so that you're never in a position where you can be like manipulated by someone trying to take care of you. And I say that by like having family members where you're like, you ask for support and they're like, "Yeah, but like you got to do this for me." Like, we don't play that game. We don't do that. That's a whole different conversation, a whole different separate conversation. I'll get into that a different time. But I just wanted to put that out there because the purpose of this video is a healthy relationship with money, and that's what I want to focus on. The other thing is, how do you want to materialize money into your life? And this can be through your career, it could be through your job, it could be through side gigs, whatever it is. But if that is the case, you want to build an identity around being like a top tier performer in your business, your career, whatever it is that you do. And that is wanting to be in your mind someone who is competent, valuable, excellent at what you do, someone who gets paid what you deserve, somebody who advocates for themselves, somebody who is also getting the role and the promotion, the raise opportunity. One of the affirmations I took on was that I get paid for just being me, and I get paid for sleeping. And I do. I get paid for just getting me. I have clients who are like, "I am going to stick with you because you're you. Like, I love you, and I'm going to keep coaching with you, and I have so much joy working with you." Like, I get paid for just being me. I also have many times where I like feel like I need to be working or doing something, but like I'm exhausted and I'm guided to take a nap, and then I wake up to someone buying a coaching package. Like, I literally get paid for sleeping. Okay. So those are things that you really want to start asking yourself, like, what identity do I want to take on? And if you want to go like a more traditional route, then yes, you just need beliefs about success and that you're going to be paid for your performance and that you're confident and that you're chosen. But ultimately, you can come up with the beliefs and the affirmations and the identity that you want regarding your financial state. So if you're working through a business or you're working through a 9-to-5 job, whatever it is, just trust that you are valuable. See yourself as valuable. See yourself as worthy. Have beliefs around success, consistency, that you're always paid. You're seen clearly, that people really value you. You're irreplaceable. They want you and only you. Have beliefs around connecting with the right people. If you do like a business like I do and you need to network, have belief that you have clients looking for you, that they're searching for you and they want to work with you. Beliefs around organizing yourself, and know that you are worth growing something and that you are growing something. And I really want you to also focus, if you're like working a business, is especially online, because I know a lot of people are working online right now, is like, don't limit yourself. If you want to be an influencer, do it. If you want to be a CEO, do it. If you want to create something non-traditional, do it. If you want to be a doctor, go be a doctor, okay? Like, really know that you don't have to take on anyone else's opinions, and you don't need to take on anyone else's beliefs about what it is that you do. For a long time, my family was like, "You're coaching, you're doing what? Like, you need to go get a 9-to-5 job." And I was like, no, thank you. I'm so glad I didn't listen to them. So People are always going to have something to say about what you do, but just start it and do what your calling is. Do what God has called you to do. And that also brings me to like this last belief around, maybe not the last belief around like your personal businesses, because I run two businesses. And this is very taboo when it comes to my life or comes to my family. They all work 9 to 5s, and they all work multiple 9 to 5 jobs where they're like working literally 9 to 5 and then they go work an evening job. And I was like, I got kids, I got things to do. I'm not doing that. And so if you're doing an online business or working just business in general, you really want to have beliefs like your beliefs need to be around like it's safe to be seen, you matter. Your beliefs around networking matters. Your beliefs around being included matters. Your belief about what you're giving is important and it matters. You want to really focus on what your beliefs are. I believe that I can help the right people. I believe that there are people out there looking for me. I believe that it's safe to receive and give support. I believe that I am respected and I am able to respect people through the work that I do. I believe that people respect, listen, and invest in me, and the door is open for me, and I don't have to go chasing clients. I believe that I don't have to look to my clients as my source because I directly have source, and so I'm always being taken care of. I have more than enough clients, more than enough money. Really start normalizing all of those things in your reality. And of course, really focus again on your thought process, your beliefs around growing your business ultimately. So at the end of the day, you really want to have a healthy relationship with money, and you want to ask yourself, like, really sit down, be honest with yourself. What do I believe about money? What do I think money believes about me? If money could talk, what would it say? And for a long time, money would tell y'all that that girl cannot keep me. She spends me on the most like mundane things. And so I had to really get clear about my patterns with money. And that meant that like sometimes I would go spend money when I was feeling emotionally numb. And when I was trying to feel pleasure, I would go spend money. I don't do that anymore. I actually just do my inner work. I don't go out and spend money. I'll ask myself, do I actually need this? Is this what I'm guided to get? Or am I numbing out to something and I think that this thing is going to make me feel better? And in the truth, it was like most of the time, it's like I was trying to find something that made me feel better. So it's important that you get very clear on what you're using money for. Are you investing in yourself? Are you giving yourself what you might need, which mean like you might need a massage, or you might need to invest in a new car, or really just ask yourself, do I truly need this? Is this what I'm being called to get for myself? Or am I trying to make myself feel better because I actually feel bad in another space? And when you can do that, you will find that you start building a really healthy relationship with money. If I didn't touch on anything in this video, please comment down below if you have questions, if you have something you really want me to touch on. I will do my very best. I wasn't expecting it to be a 30-minute video. I tried, guys. But I really am very passionate about healing poverty mindset and moving into a very abundant, loving, expansive, rich, wealthy mindset. I'm always working on this daily. I had many clients this last week who were like really working through a money issue. And so I could have been like, oh, they're working through that. No, I sat my butt down and I wrote out my feelings about it. And I could see where it was being mirrored back to me in some aspects. And I really spent time letting go of the fear, healing in that space, choosing security, and to support myself and really love myself in that space. And I finally got to a place of peace, and then I surrendered and just let it go and trust that God is already working. So if you need support in that, please let me know. I'm here to support you in any way I can. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you guys. When you like and subscribe, it really does help my channel grow, and I really appreciate it, guys. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.